starvation during World War II to be cared for in Cornwall have been reunited.
Towards the end of the war, more than 40,000 malnourished Dutch children were brought to the UK. 3 of them feature in a new documentary and have made the journey to St Michael's Mount to retrace their steps. Kathy Wardle has more.
It was a reunion some 76 years in the making for Theo, Bob and Johan. Their little-known story is to be retold in a Dutch documentary, a story of how they came here as children fleeing a destitute part of the Netherlands at the end of the Second World War. Sailing across to St Michael's Mount, they're revisiting the places that hosted them when they were 12.
Every day we played near the harbour and near the seaside. You know, we spent the most lovely time of our youth in Penzance, in Cornwall. And never to forgotten, of course. It is a beautiful time. We stayed with foster parents. We were at school here.
They came from Arnhem, a city left in tatters after the war. Thousands of malnourished children, nicknamed Bleekneusjes, were evacuated to other parts of Europe during what was called the Hunger Winter.
We weren't homesick, no one of us. We were glad to be away from all the mess and the things. After the battle, of course. It was a very rough time.
Joining them on their visit is Caroline Atkinson, whose father Roland found homes for the children.
He heard of the plight of these starving Dutch children and he wanted to help, and he got involved to the WRVS in the southwest, and he organised the fostering of children all across the southwest into loving homes so that they could be rehabilitated. But I'm so proud, and all my family members are so proud that there's that legacy.
A highlight of the evacuees' time was attending a children's party at the castle as the guests of the 3rd Lord St Leven, whose family still live on the Mount. This time, his grandson James St Leven did the honours.
Well, it makes me think of my grandparents who hosted them back in 1946, and to think what an extraordinary experience for them it must have been, because their son and my father was in the parachute regiment and fought at Arnhem. I think they must have been very mindful of giving some hospitality to Dutch people.
Likewise, Bob says he's never forgotten his time in Cornwall.
We didn't want to go home. We wanted to stay here. You take it with you for the rest of your life. You can't forget some. I make the Cornish pasties myself. I make the cream teas myself at home.
Those 76 years have passed. The trio say they've always felt grateful for the magical time they had in Cornwall and the sanctuary they found here all those years ago. Kathy Wardle, ITV News, Marazion.
It's lovely to hear those memories, isn't it? Fascinating history. You're watching